Voyage.
What we got?
Female, early 20s. She's
Bleeding out in spite of the tourniquet. What caused this? Domestic violence?
did it herself. Hacksaw job. Looks like she got through the flesh, but not the bone. Passed out from the pain. Her mom called us in. She's following in her car.
Get the patient to OR6.
It's my second day. You seen this kind of shit before? What would make someone do this to themselves?
I don't know, but I know someone else who might.
Alden 7204.
Hey, Dr. E.
Dr. Jones! Where's Dr. Young?
He's a little tied up at the moment, but I brought reinforcements. This is Sally Hickson. She's going to help me with the initial assessment.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Engerson.
Likewise. All right, patient's name is Jane Summers. She's an Olympic figure skater.
Wait, I've heard of her. She killed at nationals. She did a double Lutz jump, and it was flawless.
Right. Which begs the question, why did she try to chop off her leg?
I'm sorry, she did what?
Dr. E, when you called us, you said you needed a mental assessment for a patient.
If you don't think trying to chop off your own leg calls for a mental assessment, I have a condominium in East Baltimore I'd like to sell you.
Jane, tell us why you did this to yourself.
If you don't talk to us, we can't help you.
I don't need help.
You tried to cut off your leg with a hacksaw.
You're right. I should have used a chainsaw. Great idea. Can I go now?
Okay, forget about your leg for a second. Tell us a little about yourself.
What's there to tell? I'm an athlete. I competed at nationals last year, but I didn't medal because Shannon Lee did a triple axel on the ice and got top score. What can I say? I failed again.
So, because you didn't medal at nationals, you want to cut your leg off as punishment?
No, I want my leg gone because it feels extra. Like it's only holding me back. I don't need it.
But you nailed a triple Lutz and completed a flawless routine in record time. And you did that with the use of both of your legs.
You watched the figure skating nationals?
I'm a fan. I may or may not have Madison Chalk and Evan Bates as my laptop screensaver.
Oh, I really like them. They're both really nice, and they're so cute together.
Aww. You know who else I think is great? Amber Glenn. She did this thing where...
Dr. Hickson, can we...
Right. Sorry. I love the world you work in, Jane. Do you like being a figure skater?
I love being a skater. I just think I can be a better Olympian without my extra leg. You're judging me.
Not judging, just listening.
Okay, fine. I'll try my best to explain. Every year, the National Olympic teams across all areas hold mixers with the national teams for the Special Olympic and Paralympic Games. This was my first year making nationals for figure skating. I didn't even know there were all these different types of athletes competing in the games. Anyway, when I met the Paralympic team, that's when I realized I identified more with them than I did with my own team. Like, I met this skier without any legs. She was born that way, you know? And she has 5 gold medals. 5. I'm able-bodied, and I can't even get 1 medal. It just cemented what I already knew. You don't need legs to be a good athlete. My left leg has been holding me back my entire life. I think I can be better without it. So it has to go.
Have you ever seen a therapist or talked to anyone about how you feel about...
A psychologist? Countless times. They've all said I'm depressed. Then they've sent me to psychiatrists because only psychs can prescribe antidepressants.
Did you take the medication?
I didn't even go see the psychs. Therapy was bad enough. Anyway, after that, I consulted with doctors and told them I want surgery to get my leg removed. But they won't do it because nothing is wrong with my leg. No one will listen to me when I tell them that it just doesn't belong on my body.
And when the doctors didn't help you.
I took matters into my own hands.
But to go through that much pain.
That's how bad I want this, doctor. That's what I've been saying all along to everyone who has ever asked me about this. This is what I want. And I'll do anything to get it.
She tried to cut off her leg? How did she withstand the pain? She should have passed out before she ever hit bone.
She eventually did.
but she got pretty far into the cut, and we don't know how she managed that. We're looking into it. But we're also trying to brainstorm what mentally causes someone to do something this drastic.
Right now, we think it's body integrity dysphoria, where a patient feels a certain body part doesn't belong on their body. But that's extremely rare. And with Jane, it's unclear where that belief is coming from.
Could be the stress of the Winter Olympic Games is eating her alive. Perhaps she wants to cut the leg off so she won't have to live with that stress anymore.
But she implied she wants to compete in the Paralympics. That's stressful too, and yet she seems driven to do that.
Maybe the desire to cut the leg off is an emotional stand-in for repressed emotions around sexual abuse, domestic abuse, emotional abuse from a parent or sibling or lover. Find out more about her personal life. I'll check in when I can, but I gotta go right now. I'm on Sandra's doorstep.
Oh, so you're finally gonna tell her about the lawsuit.
Wish me luck. Hi, Sandra.
Come in, Bruce.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I tried. It never seemed like the right time, though.
How much is this going to cost you?
I have insurance, and the hospital too. But attorney fees for Garvey and Hardy is a lot.
You're going to settle, right? Rather than draw this thing out in court?
I know, it's just... This makes me realize that no matter how hard I've tried, it hasn't really worked out for me, has it?
Bruce, you need to see someone. A professional. Like yourself, only... you know.
Someone who isn't me. But that's my other issue. I don't think anyone is better than me at this. I don't think anyone knows me better than I know myself. And I know what you're going to say. That's my own ego getting in the way of...
Doctors make the worst patients.
But I guess I feel like these things are happening to me. I'm not the cause of them. I'm the recipient. So how can anyone help me if it's not a problem from within, but from without? You know what I mean?
Right. Because you absolutely didn't neglect me and our son for your patients and your job. It's not like you constantly forgot my birthday and our anniversary. It's not like you missed all of Tommy's track meets.
I was on call.
You constantly chose your patients over us, Bruce. And then when I finally decided to leave, you started doing everything in your power to keep your family together. And that meant your patients and their problems fell through the cracks.
Is that really how you see things?
Look, I'm not saying you're completely the bad guy here. But you desperately lack balance. Everything is all or nothing with you. Like you're either showing up on your patient's doorstep with concern and a box of chocolates, or you're forgetting to check up on them because you're trying to make it to Tommy's birthday dinner.
I'm doing the best I can.
Everyone is doing the best they can. But the fact that you think this is all happening to you, rather than happening as a consequence of your actions? I mean, if a patient said that to you, what would be your reaction?
Okay, I get your point. I'll think about seeing a therapist.
And it should be an outside third party who doesn't know you, okay? Not Dr. Jones.
No, I know. I don't really fall into Dr. Jones's purview anyway. But speaking of Dr. Jones and her being a specialist in child and teen psychiatry...
Tommy's already seeing a therapist. He's doing really well.
He doesn't want to see anyone at Governor Calvert because of me. That's it, isn't it?
He's just not ready. Give him time and space. He'll come around.
I should go. Got a meeting with my lawyer about the case.
I'll tell Tom you stopped by and that you asked after him.
That'd be nice.
Take care. All right, Jane. What we're going to do now is talk a bit more about you and your life, starting with childhood.
Look, the thing with my leg, it has nothing to do with my childhood. My childhood was boring.
Tell us about it.
I was pretty popular in school, even though I only went to high school for 2 years. I was homeschooled for the last 2.
Why?
Most Olympic athletes are. We have to spend a lot of time training, so yeah. I started training at 16. I made the national team at Swansea. Anyway, school was good. Training was good. I'm not sure what else you want me to say.
How long has the existence of your left leg bothered you?
Always, it feels like. But it started bothering me the most around the time I became a skater and started training. I felt like there were moves I'd be able to do better without my left leg.
When you think about removing your leg, in your mind, are you replacing it with a bionic leg or are you leaving it as is?
I'm not sure yet. I've read articles in magazines about pioneers with bionic legs in every field out there, from athletics to STEM research. But I've also read about pioneers without any support to their disability. I think I'm more drawn to the latter.
Jane,
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. It sounds nuts for an able-bodied athlete to want to lose a leg. But this is how I feel.
we need to take an MRI. And then we're going to have a specialist come in and talk to you.
I'm not broken, doctor. You don't have to fix me. I know what I want.
Jane, can I check something physically with your leg?
Sure?
Okay. Does that hurt?
No.
Okay. What about that?
Yes. On the right leg, I feel a pinch.
But nothing on the left.
No.
Interesting. All right, we're gonna get you in for an MRI and X-ray now. We'll circle back tomorrow with more information.
I wish you'd just fit me in for surgery and take my leg off, because that's what I want.
Dr. Alden, 7204.
Okay, it definitely seems like body integrity dysphoria. She really believes she should have been born without her left leg.
But the weird thing is, her left leg is actually physically numb compared to her right leg.
So there might be something physically wrong with her leg.
And it may be causing her body integrity dysphoria. And if that's the case, she can be treated and helped. Typical body integrity dysphoria has no cure.
I've never seen anything like this.
Me neither. Body integrity dysphoria is usually caused through something that happens in childhood. So either she's withholding information about her perfectly boring childhood, or maybe there is something wrong with her left leg.
The numbness does explain how she was able to cut through that much flesh with a jigsaw. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to survive self-inflicted torture like that.
When is Young gonna be back?
Later today. Apparently he's in with his attorney all afternoon.
Ah, a different kind of torture.
All right, Hardy, lay it out for me. How are we doing this?
Alrighty, Dr. Young. I'm going to give you the facts as I see them. The plaintiff's cancer was identified late. You didn't catch it in spite of all the tests you did. Hence, the lawsuit.
Joe has pancreatic cancer. It's impossible to identify early. Symptoms are rarely present until the cancer is advanced.
The plaintiff will argue that his condition did have symptoms, which you ignored. It's negligence. A very fertile area for anyone exploring the grounds to sue under torts law.
There was no way for me to suspect he had cancer.
But his family doctor did suspect it, which is the issue. So the plaintiff, what's his name? Yes, Mr. Price. So Mr. Price had to go through a complex surgery once his doc suspected what he had. Something called a Whipple?
Yes, dangerous procedure. Involves removal of part of the pancreas, the gallbladder, and the bile duct. The first part of the small bowel.
I really don't need that imagery in my brain. I'm having the porterhouse at Lindy's tonight. Thank you. Anyway, Mr. Price says he has had pain for many weeks after the surgery and has been unable to work. Additionally, as insurance didn't cover most of his surgery because of his age and them ruling it as a pre-existing condition, now he has damages he can claim. Those are the main things you need for a lawsuit to determine whether there is a duty owed by you to him to be thorough, proximate cause for negligence and emotional and monetary cause for damages. Mr. Price has all of those things.
Here's a question. Why come after me? He saw the family doc before he came to me, and his doc didn't diagnose him then. He diagnosed him after I'd seen Joe and given him new antidepressants, after which Joe started feeling better.
Interesting thing, the law. The primary care doctor is in private practice, so only he can be sued. However, you work for a hospital, so both you and the hospital can be sued, which means more money. Also, juries tend to favor family doctors rather than specialists, so when Mr. Price sought a malpractice attorney, it's likely the attorney advised him that suing the family doctor would be a waste of money. However, suing you was still an option.
So this is just about money? Joe doesn't want actual justice.
In his mind, you did him wrong too. This is justice for him. You gotta understand, Doc, he might have a case here. It states here that depression can precede cancer of the pancreas.
Yeah, but it's rare. Joe's lawyer probably combed through a medical journal to find that.
Or he saw it in another case. Point is, now they can say, oh, well, Dr. Young should have ordered an ultrasound or a CT of the patient's abdomen. He should have suspected more than just depression was going on.
Maybe they're right. Maybe I should have done more.
Doc, you say that stuff in here with me, fine. And do not ever say that in a deposition.
So now what?
Well, now we have a lot of work to do. We start prepping for the defense tomorrow.
That's all. 7204.
Kathy, thank you for coming in.
I just want to help my daughter. She's so lost.
There seems to be things she's not telling us, so we wanted to talk to you and see if you can shine some light on what's going on here.
Do you have any paraplegic relatives? Maybe someone Jane was close to?
My mother, Jane's grandmother, had to have her leg amputated due to diabetes-related complications. She was in a wheelchair for the last few years of her life, but Jane barely knew her. She was only 5 when my mother passed.
Did anything happen to Jane's left leg during the course of her life? Did she ever injure it as a child?
No, she's always been an athlete. She ran track in high school, and she skated her whole life. There was this one thing, now that I think about it. Jane took ballet as a child.
Go on.
She could never get the correct stance. Her right leg could tippy-toe well, but never her left. No matter how hard she tried, she just couldn't. One night during recital, she choked and fell. She was only 7, but I think that night really stayed with her, humiliated her.
Dr. Jones, could you come with me for a moment?
Sure. I'll be right back.
Don't worry, we can continue. You were saying about Jane and the ballet?
Yes. I felt so terrible for her. I reassured her that it happens to everyone and it wasn't her fault, but she took it so hard.
Has her left leg been numb before? Has she ever experienced pins and needles that won't go away?
No, when she started complaining about her leg, we had a doctor check her out. Her left leg has always been as normal as the right one. She's in so much pain. I just want her to be okay, to be happy.
What happened?
She tried to damage her leg again. Put a tourniquet above it to block blood flow.
Let me do this!
Jane, I'm going to give you a sedative.
I don't want a sedative! I want surgery!
You'll have to settle for that in your dreams for now.
I want to know how she's doing this, not feeling extreme pain while damaging herself.
Her test results came back. Look.
She's been using an excessive amount of heavy-duty numbing spray. As an Olympic athlete, she'd have easy access to the stuff.
We let her go home. She's coming back here with a stump before I finish my shift. At the same time, we can't keep her here forever. What do we do?
We call in reinforcements.
Dr. Purcell, GP is on line 4. Whoever is paging Dr. Purcell, GP is on line 4.
So at first, we thought the numbness in Jane's leg might be a legitimate physical ailment.
Turns out she was doing it to herself. Lidocaine numbing spray.
Of course. Even if she doesn't take cortisone injections, other athletes probably do. She could have pinched some.
Yep, she's been using a little bit every day. She had her unsuspecting mother bring it to her in the hospital too, in a lotion bottle so no one would know.
We think her plan was to cause damage in the hospital, so that she could immediately be prepped for surgery and get amputated. If she damaged her leg enough, the doctors wouldn't have a choice.
So she really does have body integrity dysphoria.
We think so. But as for what the next steps here are, it's hard to say. We can't just let her go. She'll be on the next flight to Malaysia where she can legally pay to get her leg taken off.
You know, most people with body integrity dysphoria are actually happier once they get what they want.
Are you suggesting we let her cut her own leg off?
No. All I'm saying is even though we've all studied the mind and the human psyche our whole lives, there's still so much we don't understand. So much we still need to learn.
We can't amputate a completely healthy leg just because she asked us to.
There's no cure for her condition. One day or another, she's going to figure out a way to take that leg off. There's no hope for her.
Dr. Young, you're right. You don't sound like yourself.
Just tired. Always tired lately.
Look, I know you're stressed out about the lawsuit, but we have to find a way to help Jane.
There may not be a cure for her condition, but if anyone can figure out a cognitive behavioral therapy way of helping her, it's you.
See? Even with a leg injury, I skate great. Why did you bring me here anyway? Will you get into trouble for discharging me early?
I'm already in trouble. They can add it to my tab. But I think sometimes being in an environment we're comfortable in unlocks things in our brain that a cold, white hospital room can't. So, after seeing you skate, let me ask you something. What's the first thing you'd do after having your leg removed?
No one's ever asked me that. But just like I did right now, I'd skate. Without the weight of my leg, I'd be able to land a quadruple axel jump.
I've heard Hicks talk about that move. An almost impossible skating jump, isn't it? How would you gain the momentum on the ice to do that move with just one leg?
See this move? I did it on one leg. Skaters can use other parts of their body to get the required momentum to land moves.
You've thought this through.
I have. I want this, Doctor.
Since you started training or since you were a child at that ballet recital?
Oh, I see you've been talking to my mother. I mean, yeah, I guess the recital affected me. I couldn't stop thinking about how my grandmother would be so disappointed in me for falling.
Why?
She was a dancer. Even later in life, after her leg had to be amputated, she kept dancing. She never let anything stop her. And I, able-bodied, let it stop me.
Do you think you'd have been a better dancer without your leg?
If I'd been born without it or had it taken off early on, then yes. Because I'd have learned how to dance with one leg. But the way I see it, it's not too late. I can learn to skate with one leg. I'll be a better skater than I am now. I just know it.
What happens if you're not? What happens if you take your leg off and you can't skate at all?
Look, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It won't be. But I'll learn how to do it my way. And I'll be happier for it because I won't have to keep wondering, what if, like I do now.
But what about the other side of that what if? What if you lose your leg and you can't land the quadruple axel jump? How do you achieve that again?
Well, you have to be able to achieve a certain height with your jump to be able to spin 4 times. Ilia Malinin is the only American skater who's been able to land it. I want to be the second.
I assume you've watched footage of Malinin's jump. How did he jump that high to spin that many times? I have an idea. You used a numbing agent to numb your leg before you attacked it, correct? Let's use it now. See if you can hit the quad axel with one leg.
What?
You said there are other ways to achieve momentum to land the jumps you need to with one leg. Let's prove it.
Okay, good. Yes.
Great. I have the numbing agent right here. Let's put it on, wait a bit, and then you're going to try the move. Even if you hit a triple axel, I'll believe you can land the move without the use of your left leg.
Give me the bottle.
right, Jane. Your leg is numb, right? Go for it. It's okay. Get back up. You can do it, Jane.
No, I can do this.
Try again.
I can't jump.
Not even a little jump?
My leg's too numb. No, but there are plenty of figure skaters who aren't able-bodied.
Yes, and many of them are Olympic athletes and very accomplished. I'm with you there. But you said you wanted to land a quad axel, and from what I saw, that move isn't possible with just one leg. I understand how you could still be an athlete with one leg, but that particular goal, the quad axel, that's where your vision for your future self and the reality of the situation doesn't match up.
But it has to.
I think there's two Janes inside you. The Jane that wants to be the best possible figure skater she can be, and the Jane who wants to live life with just one leg. And right now, those two Janes are at war with each other.
Why can't I be both?
I think I can help you work through this, Jane. But you have to be willing to meet me halfway. No more damaging your limbs. Keep an open mind over the next few months. Come back to the hospital, outpatient, and let's try a few cognitive behavioral treatments.
Can I continue my training?
Yes, if you promise to ease up on borrowing numbing agents from your coach and fellow skaters.
Okay.
There are no medications for treatment of this disorder itself. But by using therapy, we can work on your self-image and figure out how to get you over this hurdle. I want you to realize your leg isn't holding you back. Your mind is. But we can work on that.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Good. We start tomorrow.
Dr. Young,
Yes?
thank you.
You actually made her skate with one leg. You better hope the hospital board doesn't find out.
I got results, though. She promised not to damage her leg, in writing. She's agreed to undergo therapy and not flee the country or go all Saw 3 on us, so it's a start. With a lot of cognitive behavioral therapy, she'll be fine. This is Dr. Bruce Young. Oh, All right, we'll be right in. That was Emily Chen.
Wait, president of the hospital, Emily Chen?
Yes.
The Mind Doctor is a production of Voyage Media. The series is produced by Nat Mundell, Robert Midas, Dan Benamor, and Alyssa Goodman. Executive produced by Dr. Peter Hartman. Inspired by the life of Dr. Peter Hartman. Directed by Alyssa Goodman. Written by Minody Vaishnav. Starring David Pinion as Dr. Young, Meg Hensley as Dr. Hickson, and Sixta Morel as Dr. Jones. Additional cast credits available in the show notes. Edited, sound designed, and mixed by James Scully. Original music by Derlis Gonzalez. If you're enjoying the show, please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere you're listening, and subscribe now for future episodes.